What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound, where we're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Monday, October 16th, 2023. Before we get into it, though, if you like this content, make sure you drop a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $19 best bet and my NHL power play, make sure you head to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. First, we head to the Nationwide Arena where the Columbus Blue Jackets take on the Detroit Red Wings. And the Columbus Blue Jackets had a bit of an up and down opening weekend. They finished the opening weekend 1-1. They ended up losing to the Philadelphia Flyers to start things out, but then picked up a surprise victory, at least surprise in my eyes, over the New York Rangers in their last match. Was plus 192 underdogs. Meanwhile, the Detroit Red Wings bouncing back from that loss to the New Jersey Devils with a 6-4 win over the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm still not sold on the Tampa Bay Lightning, though, so I'm not discrediting that for the Detroit Red Wings. I'm just saying, got to kind of take it with a grain of salt. I think the Tampa Bay's goaltending is going to be suspect for the first little bit. But I'm actually going to side with the Columbus Blue Jackets here. I'd be a little bit more, sort of hesitant if Elvis Merzlikins can't go. He's questionable for this game with an illness. But Spencer Martin was admirable in relief. He's a decent backup. And for me, I still have a hard time backing the Detroit Red Wings on the road, even though they did take strides last year in sort of fixing that form away from Little Caesars Arena. Still don't know if I'm there yet. I think I'm in a coin flip situation. Want to be taking the even money with the home dog here. Columbus did their best work at home last season, so give me the Columbus Blue Jackets at even money in this one. Next, we head to the Prudential Center where the New Jersey Devils host the Florida Panthers. And the Florida Panthers, an 0-2 start to the year, not ideal for the Florida Panthers. But you know what? They're going to bounce back. It's just a matter of when. And I just don't know if I'm ready to back the Florida Panthers until we really see them shake off what looks to be a Stanley Cup appearance hangover. First they got shut out by the Minnesota Wild in what looked to always be a low-scoring defensive battle, and then they managed to put up 4 goals against the Winnipeg Jets, but the goaltending didn't hold. They gave up 6 in that game, and so I'm a little bit concerned here. The New Jersey Devils, they had a pair of mixed results in opening weekends, and they had a pair of 4-3 decisions. One went their way, one didn't, and I just right now feel a lot better about the New Jersey Devils being able to compete and being able to get the job done at home. Don't love this price, though, so I'm going to take the New Jersey Devils to win this one in regulation. They were fantastic at home last year, and look to be just as good at home this year as well. So until the Panthers shake it off, I got to keep going with the Devils in this one. So give me the Devils in regulation. Next, we head to Madison Square Garden, where the New York Rangers take on the Arizona Coyotes. And the New York Rangers, well, it was a sort of a up and down weekend. They started the year with that 5-1 win over the Buffalo Sabres before a 5-3 loss to Columbus on Saturday. That was disappointing showing for the Rangers in that game, man. I thought that the Rangers would absolutely put the boots to the Columbus Blue Jackets in that game, but it was one. They scored a goal in the first period, but all of a sudden it was 4-1 Columbus in the second period. They just never looked back, and Igor Shesterkin had a questionable game in that one, but he's still the better starting option here, regardless of who gets the nod for the Arizona Coyotes, whether it's Connor Ingram or whether it's Carl Vejmelka. And, the Arizona Coyotes, they got the win over the New Jersey Devils. It was a great win to start the year, build some confidence for this young Coyotes team. But like I said, I still think the Rangers are just the better team. They play their much better hockey at home. And not only that, this is the craziest statistic that stood out to me in this game. The favorite is 21-2 in the last 23 meetings between these two teams. And I'll tell you, the Arizona Coyotes have not been favored a lot in this matchup. So I'm going to take the New York Rangers here. I'm going to take them in regulation minus 145, get that hefty minus 230 price down. You can maybe take them on the puck line if you want, but I'm still a little bit scarred after that game against the Columbus Blue Jackets. So Rangers in regulation for me in this one. Next, we head to Scotiabank Arena, where the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Chicago Blackhawks. And the Toronto Maple Leafs up to 2-0 on the year, pouring in 13 goals in their first 2 games of the season. Most recently, a 7-4 win over the Minnesota Wild, who I will still die on that hill, saying that I still think they have some solid goaltending in Minnesota. But, man, I had the Wild plus the 1.5 in that game, and it was just all Toronto in that one. The offense carried forward, and starting to give a Leafs fan some hope that if they can keep this going throughout the season, maybe this is this. I'll always say it as a Leafs fan. This is always our year, but we always get disappointed. So maybe I'll hold out some judgment. But the Chicago Blackhawks, on the other hand, they started the year with that come from behind win over the Penguins. Now have dropped back-to-back games, scoring just 3 goals against the Canadiens and the Boston Bruins. So it'll be up to him to get back on track here. But I'm going to go a bunch of different ways here. I think there are multiple ways you could go. I'm going to take the over 6.5. This may be a same game parlay that maybe someone wants to try. Over 6.5. I'm going to take an Austin Matthews anytime goal. Only the 5th player, I think, in NHL history to have hat tricks in back-to-back games to start a season. I'm going to go with the Connor Bedard anytime goal. He scored his first in I believe in the game against Montreal, and he's got 16 shots on goal through 3 games this season. So he's putting the shot on net. They're giving him the opportunity to take the shots and potentially make something out of it. I think they both could get on the score sheet here. And to be honest, I may take a look at the Blackhawks here. I don't trust Joseph Woll between the pipes. I thought it was going to be Martin Jones. They placed Martin Jones on waivers for whatever reason and decided to go with Joseph Woll for the Leafs. Doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, going to go with the over 6.5. Austin Matthews, anytime goal. And Connor Bedard, anytime goal. And our final game on the board takes us to the Capital One Arena, where the Washington Capitals take on the Calgary Flames. And the Washington Capitals, man, they really disappointed in that season opener against the Pittsburgh Penguins. I know it's only one game, but it's really hard for me to forget about that. I mean, first off, I got caught, thinking that it was going to be Darcy Kemper starting. He was having the birth of his child, so he missed the game. It was Charlie Lindgren. Would obviously felt a lot better if it was Kemper starting over Lindgren, but Lindgren's still a decent backup. He's seen starting action when he was in St. Louis. And, it was more about the Washington offense just not backing him up. They got shut out 4-0 in that game at home. Now, the Calgary Flames, they lost to Pittsburgh as well, 5-2. But they've looked a lot more competent offensively, and that scares me to say because I'm not a fan of this Calgary Flames team. Not a fan of the goaltending in Calgary either. But right now, I just trust the Calgary Flames a little bit more right now. And I think it's a little bit funky that even in a near coin flip, the Flames are still favored on the road here. So I'm going to take the Calgary Flames on the road in this one until the Washington Capitals show me something to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Monday, October 16th, 2023. And if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, make sure you have notifications turned on to get the newest and most up-to-date content here at Pick Dawgz. And a reminder, if you're looking for my best bets, check out Pickdawgz Premium and let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Good luck.